Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Disgaearpg video. So, if you've seen my last video, or you've seen the roadmap that was published on one of the social media channels or the Discord, you'll have seen that the new content is coming out fairly soon, and the first actual thing that we can do that's new to us would be the sister ARTINA gate. The gate is currently live on JP, so I thought I would do it during this video. Before I do it, I just want to talk about what is the best kind of setup to use for taking on this dark gate. Now, this dark gate has two strong character types, and it is fist characters or monster characters. So, sorry, physical monster characters. So unfortunately this gate doesn't come until round about the start, but I think it crosses over into a saggy territory, so you might be able to get this at the end if you pull a saggy and you've been building towards a monster squad. However, if you're someone who's built up Usalias for the whole Usalia spam kind of team, you could just put someone like mid boss or maybe even Curtis into the squad and use them as a placeholder, buff them up and use it to clear this squad, this gate even. If not, if you've gone along the Kildare route or something to that effect, you'll probably find that this gate is a little bit easier to beat. Now, Sister ARTINA is actually a very good character, however I'm not going to break her down in this video. I'm going to break her down in a future video so that you can see yourself what kind of character she is. She's a very good healer and she's a cool looking character as well, so if you're a fan of Disgaea 4, you're probably interested in getting this character into your squad. But I don't think I have 3-starred this one yet on JP, so I'm going to do it on this video. We can have a look at the waves and we'll see how we go on. Now, you can see here that the level cap for this one is 4,400. So assuming that that's the same for global, which I fully expect it will be, it might be a little bit difficult, but if you've got a squad for it, then you're going to be okay. Now obviously you're not going to be able to use a team like this on global. I'm just wanting to go through this and look at the different stages, see what we come up against and see how hard these guys hit as well. Now, obviously, depending on your build and speed and stuff like that, you can pretty much manipulate these stages so that you do not get hit. But I'm not 100% sure what I've done here, although I do have Desco X, so chances are I might just one-shot this most of the way. Right, so let's just see, are we going to take any damage here? We might here, yeah. Right, check it fairly hard. So it's 5 stages. Sister ARTINA was on the first stage. There's quite a lot of debuffing going on there. Yep, they've killed her. So these guys obviously do hit pretty hard. She's not that high level, to be completely honest. I reckon if you were using Descos, if you've got them at any 7, which I know a lot of people do have at this stage, you will probably find that this stage is going to be pretty easy for you. Yep, they do actually hit quite hard. Right, okay, so you can see there that my characters who aren't at like crazy levels, she's at like, I think, what level is she? I think she's 4,400 or something like that. She actually get hit pretty damn hard there, so these guys can pack a bit of a punch. And Sister ARTINA can obviously take a fair bit of damage. Yep, that was quite a lot of hits that she took there. Okay. It's not a fair representation of what it's going to be like on global, but you can see there it's 5 stages. Sister ARTINA can take a bit of a beating, to be honest. I'm just going to look at what levels I've got. So who got wiped out there? I think she got wiped out, and did she die? One of them. I think I was only left with 2 at the end there. So you can obviously see that these guys can actually do quite a bit of damage, and they can hurt your squad, so using something like Mega Braveheart buffers and really fast speed is probably going to be the best strategy for this one. I'm just going to look at what speed I had on those characters, because I don't think many of them actually went first. So let me just double check this. The thing I hate about using blue stacks is it can be very slow at times. 60, 59, 62, 52, well she would go slow, I think those two predominantly went first and she got hit quite a lot. So I think if as long as you're over 60 speed, you'll probably get to go before the enemy. So if you do the setup of having all your Usalias running pretty fast, if you've got them at NE7, which I know not everyone is going to have, but if you've got them at NE7, you probably will get to go first quite a lot. You're going to have plenty of SP buffers happening. To me, that off the bat probably seems like one of the better strategies. If you've got Kildare and you've got SP buffers for him as well, he's obviously going to do quite a lot of damage and clear these waves out very quickly. But it seems like that's probably going to be one of the better strats to do. I'm curious to see how one of my teams that are just leveled, you know. Obviously on JP this is a lot easier because we are power leveled. Going forward on global, we're going to essentially have the same thing because the level cap is going to go to 7,900, which is obviously a lot of levels above this stage, okay? But I want to see what happens if I use a team that doesn't have advantage, okay? So the only character on this squad that's got any kind of advantage would be this man right here, which would be Zeta. So let's just see. You know what, for a little bit of entertainment purposes, I'll turn on animations so that you guys can see some of the animations for these characters. Now obviously this collab is quite a long way away on global, okay? So don't expect to be seeing this anytime soon. So we'll turn that off. What did I do? Off, right, that's fine. And we'll go and we'll have a little quick look to see what kind of damage these guys do. So obviously there's no type advantage going on here. There's nothing special about this. This team is just power leveled. Can you just clear it with a power leveled team? Again, this is going to be more effective for people who maybe have full teams who are like 4,900. You've also got potential that if you get your levels up quite a lot once the new update comes out, next time you start hitting these gates, this is probably going to have more of an effect around about then. Right, so let's just see some cool skills. I know a lot of people are looking forward to getting a hold of this Laharo. He's still quite a bit away, but he's really good actually. So he's one to look out for. He's one to look out for. Right, let's see what's Zeta got. Is this an attack all? Nope. Is this an attack all? Yep. Let's see one of his cool skills. Yeah, so power leveling. Clearly, power leveling still works. I mean, these characters are quite a few levels above, you know, it's not as if I'm just a couple of levels above these guys. But like I say, we are expecting the Dark Gates to come out fairly soon. We will get new Reincarnation Gates, we will be able to boost our characters to quite a good amount. Well, there you go, I mean, she's, what, 7,900 and she didn't kill them, so it just shows you that these guys can take a bit of damage, you know. But overall, I'd say the best bet is to either build a fist team. Just get your fist team built up because you're basically doing double damage. Get your monster or physical team built up. Again, I know a lot of you guys will probably have started to build towards an Asagi team, so having a physical monster team with a substitute monster, maybe Desco, something like that, might make things a little bit easier for you when this hits global in the next couple of days. But I think monster physical is definitely going to be the best strategy to go with. If you've got a fist team that's already built up, then obviously that's the one that's going to work better for you. But overall, this does seem like it could be a fairly difficult stage if you don't have the right team set up. But it's actually taken me to use this completely over-leveled team to actually 3-star this for the first time. And you can see there that this ARTINA can take a bit of damage. I mean, these guys are like way above her. They're massively above her. And she's taking a lot of damage from these guys. Is she going to finish it now? She's still not finished it. So hopefully this should be it now, I believe. Yes. So yes, you can see that ARTINA at the end there is a bit of a damage sponge. I'd actually say that she took longer to die there than she did with the monster physical team. So it's just a bit of an example that a lot of people might find ARTINA herself to be a little bit of a struggle. So just make sure you start working on that monster physical team or your fist team if you haven't already. But anyway guys, that's it. I'll talk about ARTINA herself in another video, and I also want to address the issue, which is where the hell is Etna? But anyway guys, I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.